Hi everyone. In this video we are going to talk about the descriptive use of flowers in Emily Dickinson's poems. Emily Dickinson is famous for her description of love, death and nature in her poetry. There are a large number of poems dealing with the subject of flowers and gardens. In her poems, Dickinson celebrates the beauty and power of nature reflected in flowers, and also makes the flowers emblems of her passion and thoughts. Dickinson, by the depiction of flowers, articulates her yearning for love and worldly success, and her frustration and depression as well. With her sensitive feelings and idiosyncratic imagery and expression, Dickinson has become a special flower never fading in the world of literature. If we closely examine her poems, there are some hidden meanings that lies under all her poems related to nature and its beauty. Actually, in her poems she tries to depict condition of women. Let's examine some of her poems. Flowers have their own language in Dickinson's poetry. Among flowers, there are also some categories of flowers which she uses more often than others, like rose, daisy, lily, etc. Here is the major example from her poem, A Rose. It is a short poem in which Emily is drawing a picture of Rose and at the end, declares that she is Rose. Dickinson's daisy is like a sunflower, in the methodology, docile and obedient, turning all the time around the sun. In her poem 161 she wrote about daisy and says daisy follows sun. Lastly, the flower she used the most is lily. Under the title, The Woman in White Lily, Dickinson depicts a picture of women like a lily, soft and beautiful like a lily. There is frequent use of flowers and garden in poems of Emily Dickinson, which apparently makes Emily a true nature lover just like Wordsworth. But when these poems are examined in depth, it is clear that they all show Emily's loneliness, as all these flowers remain alone in garden, and even if some butterflies or bees come to them, they come to quench their thirst, not just to see their beauty or to meet flowers. To some extent, she takes flowers as her spokesperson, articulating not only her joys and happiness, but the intense loneliness and turmoil of her inner world. Moreover, life of these flowers is also not so long. As autumn comes, then it takes away their life. Being a poetess, Emily often relates life of flowers with the life of women, that they are as beautiful as flowers and their like is just like the life of flowers. Everyone uses them for their purpose, then leaves them behind. Furthermore, as women are bound under four walls of house, same is the case with flowers, they are also bound among four walls of garden, their starts and ends at this place. Dickinson embodies her reflections and epiphany in her flowers and poetic characterization of flowers. She dreams of an idyllic world where flowers will never fade and life is always bright. Hence, in her poems she secretly talks about the life and condition of women in general and also relates herself with the condition and life of flowers.